Hello, and welcome to my channel, where I mostly share my love of fragrance and enjoying my collection. In this video, I'll be setting up my June perfume and body care tray. Thank you so much for stopping by, and let's get started. I'm using a monthly fragrance tray to make sure that I try out new items I've picked up, as well as to help me rotate through the perfumes and body care in my collection. I'll still use other scents if I'm really craving something, but I'll try to focus mostly on the scents that I've selected. Since we're now well into summer, I feel like reaching for sweet and candied fruity scents, especially raspberry, cherry, and watermelon. The weather is nice and warm, so I want fragrances that are light and refreshing. Before I get into my June fragrance tray, I wanted to share a quick update on my favorite scents from my May tray. For body care, I enjoyed using Bath & Body Works Ice Lemon Pound Cake, and I was able to get more of a lemony scent by adding something like Sunwash Citrus. I also liked using Coconut Sun from VS Pink, with its sweet, summery mix of coconut and vanilla floral. This just got marked down in Victoria's Secret semi-annual sale, so it's a good time to pick it up if you've been wanting to try it. And for perfumes, I've been enjoying Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato, and you'll see that I swapped the mini I initially had on the tray for the full size after I picked it up at the Sephora sale. And I did go into more detail about what I think of this scent in my recent perfume haul video. And now I'll go ahead and get into the June tray, and I'll link the two-tiered acrylic shelf that I'm using in the description box. And starting with Bath & Body Works, first up is Vanilla Confetti Sparkle, and this has notes of creamy cake frosting, rainbow sprinkles, and vanilla bean. And this is a very sweet, sugary vanilla that basically smells just like frosted cake. It's really delicious, and I wanted a sweet gourmand that I could reach for this month. And next is Strawberry Soda, with notes of fresh strawberries, bubbly seltzer, and crushed ice. And I picked this one up at last summer's semi-annual sale, and I've worn it a lot, especially at bedtime. It's a sweet, fizzy strawberry scent, and the strawberry has a candied quality to it. It's just really sweet and fruity and candy-like, and I absolutely love this one. Then I have Mad About You, which is a retired scent, and it has notes of blackcurrant, bright peony, pink jasmine, white patchouli, and vanilla musk. And this is very fruity with noticeable blackcurrant. It also has subtle floral notes and sweet vanilla, and an overall sugary quality. And I think it's an easy wear fruity floral for summer. Next, I have Among the Clouds, which has notes of wild berry skies and whipped vanilla clouds. And this has a lot of berries and a really bright citrus. And the berries are very sweet and candy-like. And the scent is overall soft and warm and has a bit of an airy quality in addition to that berry candied sweetness. And last for Bath & Body Works, I have Pink Watermelon Blast, which has notes of juicy pink watermelon, sugared strawberry blossoms, and lime zest. And this is a really bright, fresh, fruity scent. And the fruit is a mix of watermelon and strawberry, but despite the name, it feels more strawberry-like than watermelon. Overall, it's very sweet and fruity and candy-like, and I do really love this scent. If you missed out on Pink Watermelon Blast, they have repackaged and renamed this as Groovy Watermelon, and it's currently available in Bath & Body Works semi-annual sale. And moving on to perfumes, first up is Escada's Cherry in the Air. And this has a lot of notes, including sour cherry, raspberry, marshmallow, vanilla, gardenia, orchid, sandalwood, and musk. And this is one of my absolute favorite cherry scents. It's a sweet cherry with fluffy marshmallow and creamy vanilla. It feels light and bright, and it's just the perfect daytime sweet cherry scent to me. If you can't find this one, Escada brought out a similar scent called Cherry in Japan last year, but they're not exact dupes. Next is Angel Nova Eau de Parfum from Mugler, and this has top notes of raspberry and lychee, a mid-note of damask rose, and base notes of acacia wood and benzoin. And this is a nice fruity scent with sharp raspberry and lychee, but the rose in here is also quite prominent. It has a woody dry down, and it's a really nice fruity rose scent that's better suited for warm weather. I also like that this is one of the Mugler bottles that stands up on its own. Then I have La Vie Belle Intensément from Lancome, and this has a lot of notes including raspberry, heliotrope, orange blossom, vanilla, iris, benzoin, sandalwood, and patchouli. It's a beautiful sweet combo of raspberry and vanilla, along with powdery heliotrope and iris. It's almost sugary with a sort of candy sweet quality, and I really love it. This is currently my favorite version of La Vie Belle, but I'm excited to try the new iris version when it comes out in the US. And next up is Jean Paul Gaultier's So Scandale, and this has notes of raspberry, orange blossom, tuberose, jasmine, and a milky note. This is another raspberry scent, but it's strongly floral and quite sharp. It's my least favorite version of Scandal, so I haven't worn it much and I wanted to give it another try. Right now, Scandal by Night is my favorite, but I also like the A Paris version. And last in this group is Cherry Smoothie from Zara, which has notes of heliotrope, cherry, hawthorn flower, almond, and plum. And this is a really nice syrupy cherry scent with a strong almond note that's really sweet, kind of like marzipan. I love the addition of powdery heliotrope, as well as the added sweetness from the vanilla and tonka bean. It's not a dupe for Lost Cherry, but it's a nice, affordable alternative. Zara just re-released this scent in a smaller bottle with new packaging, and I did review that version on my channel. So that's it for the bottom shelf, and now I'll go ahead and move on to the upper shelf. And up on this top shelf, I'm going to start with my Victoria's Secret body care. And first up, I have an OG, and that's VS Enchanted Apple, which has notes of red apple and watery hyacinth. And for many years, this has been my favorite VS fragrance mist of all time. This older style packaging is from when they had the expanded classic line, and they used to bring this scent back during SAS, but they haven't for a few years now. This is my last bottle of Enchanted Apple, and I've been kind of scared to use it because I don't want to be without it. But I've really been missing it, so I'm going to go ahead and use a little of it this summer. It's a sweet, juicy apple scent with a very soft floral. The apple is very realistic, and it's just such a perfect, sweet summer scent. This used to be my everyday go-to, and VS really needs to bring this scent back. Next, I have Pure Seduction Heat from last summer's Heat collection, and this has notes of sparkling raspberry, sun-kissed hibiscus, and creamy woods. And it's a sweet, fruity floral with a lot of raspberry. And it kind of feels like a candied raspberry, along with a soft floral note and some woodiness, and I think it's a really nice scent. Then I have Tropic Splash, with notes of juicy citrus, mango punch, and neon burst. And this is from a couple years ago, but it's a really great fruity mango scent. It's brightened by citrus, and the mango is sweet and has sort of a candied feel to it. It's very light and fresh, and I'm still sad that I didn't get more of this one, but I need to go ahead and start using up this bottle. Then I have Melon Sorbet, which has notes of sugared watermelon and strawberry leaves. And I've been using this for comps a lot recently, and it reminded me that I need to wear it more. This is an older VS scent, and it's such a good one. It's really sweet and fruity, and the watermelon has a sugary, candy quality to it, similar to Bath & Body Works' Pink Watermelon Blast. This one has a hint of greenness though, but I still really enjoy it. And then I have Wild Cherry from VS Pink, which has notes of dark cherry and pink honey. And this is one of my favorite mists from Pink. It smells like dark, juicy Bing cherries with delicious, sweet honey. I love cherry scents and honey scents, so the two combined is just a standout to me. It's really sweet and fruity without being overly sweet or cloying. And moving back to perfumes, first I have Red Hibiscus from Jo Malone, which has a top note of mandarin orange, mid notes of jasmine sambac, ylang ylang, and hibiscus, and a base note of vanilla. This was a limited edition from a couple years ago, and it really surprised me. I expected it to be very floral, but after the citrusy opening, it's a nice mix of tropical florals and vanilla. I don't always enjoy hibiscus, but I think it's really nice here, and there's a good amount of sweetness to the scent, with a little powderiness as well. Next, I have Daisy Kiss from Marc Jacobs, and this has top notes of pomelo, apricot, and violet, mid notes of peony, pink rose, and osmanthus, and base notes of ambroxan, musk, and cedar. And this is a typical fruity floral version of Daisy. Here, it has some sharp citrus and a prominent rose. It's not as light as the original Daisy, and feels more heavily floral, but the traditional powdery violet is still present. I do like this one, but it's not my favorite version of Daisy. However, the Kiss collection has one of my favorite packagings from the annual Daisy Flanker line. Then I have Ralph Lauren's Beyond Romance, which has top notes of raspberry, mandarin orange, and bergamot, mid notes of rose Dubai, lily of the valley, and jasmine, and base notes of vanilla, cashmerean, and white musk. And this is a really sweet, powdery, fruity scent. There's noticeable raspberry and vanilla, and it feels kind of like fruity cotton candy. I just get a bit of the florals. To me, it's more sugary sweet, and it also gets a bit musky as it dries. This is one of my favorite scents from the Romance line, which I feel like should get more love. And next I have Dolce Garden from Dolce & Gabbana, which has top notes of magnolia, neroli, and mandarin orange, mid notes of coconut, frangipani, and ylang ylang, and base notes of vanilla, almond milk, and sandalwood. And I wanted at least one beachy scent for the month, and this one is a sweet, tropical floral with creamy coconut. It has hints of almond, as well as a bright citrus, and I think it's just such a perfect summer scent. And finally, I wanted to include When in Rio from Sol de Janeiro's summer collection, which has notes of wild bergamot, luscious pear, twilight jasmine, warm skin, vanilla amber, and sandalwood. And this has a lot of bright citrus, a soft jasmine, and a bit of a sparkling quality. There's also a nice mix of warm sandalwood and vanilla. It also has a good amount of sweetness, and I've been looking forward to trying this one out some more. So that's it for my June fragrance tray. I'm looking forward to wearing a lot of these sweet, candied scents with a lot of juicy fruit notes. So far, using these fragrance trays is really helping me use up more body care, as well as making it easier to quickly grab a scent for the day or for bedtime, without having to spend so much time deciding what to wear. Let me know your thoughts on my selections and what you plan to wear for the month of June or this summer. Thank you for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.